A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. Of course her parents don't have a problem with me being black. She's past the wall. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights, and learn game. You're welcome.
So you got drunk at a frat party, then fucked the football team? You're not a rape victim, sweetheart.
You're a slut.
What's up, guys? It's your man Donovan Sharp, and welcome to this edition of TSR Live. At Donovan_Sharp is where you guys can find me on Twitter, and you can now find me on Facebook again. Just do a search for TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. If you want to check out the archive, be sure to hit my website, thesharpreality.com. You can also find them all on iTunes, SoundCloud, the Google Play app on your mobile device, and of course right here on YouTube. You can contribute to the show through PayPal, Amazon, or Patreon. You can find all three of these links on my homepage as well as on my YouTube channel. Make sure, guys, you hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube so we can get the word out and grow the show. We want to get those likes up. I'm trying to get 100 likes per video. Questions, comments, show ideas, or personal stories you'd like to share can be submitted through the contact tab of my homepage or on Twitter through the hashtag TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. TSR Live with Donovan Sharp. Guys, make sure you head over to Negro Manosphere to get a free copy of our ebook, How to Stop Simping in 24 Hours. The book is more than 50 pages, guys, and it is packed with a shitload of information on how to improve yourself as a man, how to deal with women once you find one you like outside of sex. We teach you how to deal with that, how to not lose your game. We talk about how to stop investing time and attention in the wrong women and all kinds of other red pill knowledge. Myself and D-Sim co-wrote the book, so you already know it's the real deal, guys. Just go to negromanosphere.com, click the contact tab and request the book, and it is yours at zero cost to you. It is absolutely free, which is my favorite price. Most men are well aware these days of the obvious signs that a woman is cheating, that a woman's running around on her. Red pill awareness or not, we know that when a woman is in a relationship, we know that when a woman's in a relationship who starts cheating, we know she starts taking her phone with her to the bathroom or putting her phone face down. When she's using it that way, we know she's cheating. We all know about the typical excuses to get away, like, hey honey, I'm working late, or I'm hanging out with Sarah tonight, or there's a company outing, we're going to happy hour at Hooters or TGI Fridays. We all know those things and those situations that are conducive to infidelity. And if your woman starts to put herself willingly in those situations, we know chances are she's probably fucking around at that point, or at least thinking about it. Now, obviously, guys, there are a shitload of signs and behaviors that are easy to spot when a woman's fucking around on you. And like I said, most of us know, what those are. But there are a few out there, guys, that the vast majority of men are clueless about and would never, ever think of or pay attention to. Now, aside from having red pill awareness myself, the reason I know about these is because I've either experienced them firsthand or I've heard of it happening to people that I know. So let's go ahead and get to it. Number one. She's overly affectionate and vocal about her love for you, okay? Like, all of a sudden, she starts to be affectionate and here's what's going to happen, guys. She'll start to tell you she loves you more frequently. She'll start to tell you she's glad she's with you. She starts to hold your hand more. She starts to give you more affection in public. Now, notice these things are easy to do, all right? It's easy to tell a man anything. It is very easy to give him a little affection or to hold his hand a little bit more or to show him public displays of affection. Now, here's why women who are cheating get overly affectionate and vocal about her love for you or whoever she's cheating on. When girls are cheating, guys, they're happy, okay? Listen, especially in the beginning. In the beginning, the affair is exciting. They're getting fucked good. The sex is great, the whole nine. She's got the alpha fucks, okay? She's got the alpha fucks beta bucks going on. And when females accomplish this, they're happy. They're elated. They're content. And they're truly happy. I know that's hard to hear, and I know it sucks to think that, but yes, I've said before on this very show that the things that women want and need in a man are very rarely found in the same man. So when they have a beta bucks at home and an alpha fucks they're getting pounded out by, this is when they're truly happy. They're getting the alpha dick on the side while having her emotional and financial needs met by a beta. A personal example that I can give you guys is Amy. I talked about her in episode 4, the worst heartbreak of my life. I remember one time we were together at basically at the crack house that I was staying at because I didn't have any money. I was broke and have a car. And we had a bunch of people over. And Amy all of a sudden was extremely affectionate. And I had no idea why. Well, I later found out that one of the guys that was there at this crack house this quasi crack house that I was living at, this is one of the guys that Amy was fucking. And for whatever reason, I guess she wanted to show him, maybe she was trying to make him jealous or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But she was cheating on me with that guy and probably a couple other guys in that house at that time. She was very affectionate and very vocal about her love for me. And of course, if you go back to episode 4, you'll know that she cheated on me every chance she got. Number 2, she stops sucking your dick and giving you giving you anal sex. Blowjobs and anal sex are 2 of the most submissive things a woman can do for a man, all right? Most blowjobs are done on a woman's knees below a man. He is physically above her. She's kneeling in front of him and sucking his dick, and quite literally in a submissive state mentally and physiologically with her posture and positioning. She is on her knees looking up at you in front of you. Now, anal sex, as I have mentioned before, is extremely submissive. When a woman allows you to fuck her in the ass, she is subjecting herself to discomfort at best, physical pain at worst, and she does it to please you. Most women, guys, don't get off on anal sex. They just do it because their men like it. But listen, guys, they ain't doing it for their pleasure. Trust me. So when a woman gives you her ass, she's at your mercy, which is as submissive as it gets. And I mentioned that back in episode 60. Take a listen.
Anal sex is reserved only for the men that women are aroused by, okay? Husbands or beta boyfriends, they don't fuck their wives and girlfriends in the ass, all right? Women let men who make their pussy wet consistently, women let alpha men that they are aroused by, those are the men that she will allow to fuck her in the ass. Same goes with blowjobs. Women suck the cocks of men that they're aroused by.
Now, most women out here these days, we all know that they're raging sluts, okay? But there are a small percentage of them that are what we call ratchets or skanks. A ratchet is a woman who does it all with everybody, all right? Regular sluts, they'll give up the pussy to anybody, but it's their mouths and their assholes that are reserved for the men that they love and the men they're attracted to, just like I said in that soundbite. Any woman who blows every guy and lets every guy go backdoor is a ratchet, and these women aren't hard to spot. You can take one look at a woman, you can tell she's a ratchet. That said, the chances are your woman is not a ratchet, which means she's only sucking one guy's dick and having anal sex with that same guy. If that guy stops being you, it is definitely someone else without a doubt. When she stops blowing you and doing anal with you, she's doing it with someone else. You gotta pay attention to this stuff. I've got another personal example on this stuff. I used to date a girl. This was, I think this was in Vegas. I'm pretty sure it was Vegas. Anyway, dated this girl for a while, and this is right after I started Red Pill Game and all that, so I wasn't really as in tune with the true nature of women as I am now. But I'm at this point I've discovered the red pill, bitches ain't shit, all women are like that. All of that's going through my mind. Well, I picked up her phone once. I think she was asleep in her room, and I picked up her phone once, and I started going through the text messages to her best friend. And a pro tip, guys, if you ever want to know what your woman is really up to, she's never going to leave text messages to other guys on her phone, okay? And even if she did, she's never going to leave that on there. She's going to erase them. But if you really want to know what she's up to, you check the text messages to her friends, her best friends. Those are the people that she gives the details to. So this is what I did. Her friend's name was Danielle. So I scrolled up and I went all the way back like 2 or 3 weeks ago when her and I got into this crazy fight. I was calling her all kinds of names and it was a knockdown drag out thing. And she told her friend Danielle, "Oh, I am so done with him." And Danielle responded, "Which one? Donovan or Mike?" You'll have to excuse my dog, guys. My dog barks at other dogs on TV. It's quite funny when she does it. When anything with 4 legs, she starts barking when she sees it on TV. Anyway, so I saw this particular text message, and at that point, I knew that she was fucking me and somebody else. Now, looking back, guys, I noticed that she had stopped sucking my dick. All right, I'd only fucked her in the ass once, so that wasn't an issue. But she stopped sucking my dick about a month before I found out she was fucking somebody else. Pay attention to what your woman does for you in bed. If she stops sucking your dick, if she stops letting you fuck her in the ass abruptly, then she is doing it with someone else. I promise you. Number 3. She starts to reassure you about the relationship. Guys, this is when she starts talking about future plans, short term, midterm, long term. She'll say things like, "Hey, next year when we go on vacation," or "in 5 years when we're here or there." Sometimes they'll just come right out and say, "Hey, I'm not going anywhere," or "I'd be stupid to leave you," or "I'm so glad I found you. I'm a lucky girl. I don't deserve you." The reason she does this, the reason a cheating woman does this is to throw you off the scent. Women know that men have huge egos, and guess what, guys? Whether we admit it or not, we like to have them stroked. There's no question about it. So when she tells you things like if she all of a sudden starts telling you things like "you're the man of my dreams," or "I've waited so long to find someone like you," guys, she's bullshitting you so you don't suspect anything. Your subconscious is telling you, "Hey, she thinks she's the lucky one and she says she doesn't deserve me." So you never even suspect that she's fucking somebody on the side because she's giving you a false sense of security and you brought into this. Another example I can tell you is, once again, it was Amy. Go back to episode 4. She told me this one time that she worshiped me. Guys, I am not kidding. She was going on about how much she loved me and she couldn't believe that she was with me, and she said, "It's almost like I worship you sometimes." And by that point, she'd probably cheated on me dozens of times at that point. My point is when she starts waxing poetic about the short or the long term, or about how lucky she is, trust me, she's doing this to give you a false sense of security and to throw you off the scent so you do not catch or suspect her of cheating. Number 4. She starts using hyperbole to describe you. So, for example, she'll say things like, "You're the best I've ever had in bed. You've lasted longer than any guy. You're the biggest dick I've ever had. Nobody has done XYZ like you. I've never loved anybody like you." Or some women even say, "Well, you're the first guy. You're the first man I've ever loved." Or "You're the biggest physical guy I've ever been with." The reason she does this is the same as number 3. Guys, she's stroking your ego, which again is very effective to men who are unaware of the fact that women rarely stroke a man's ego unless there's an ulterior motive, like, say, to cover up her cheating, all right? Using hyperbole takes it one step further in that it makes you feel unique. It makes you feel like she can't get what she gets from you anywhere else. And when a man feels this way, guys, and I've been there before, when a man feels this way, he thinks he's one of a kind and that his woman's going to stick around and keep his, quote, uniqueness around. And you'll think to yourself, "No man can fuck her like I do. No man has a bigger cock than I do. She'll never love a man like me," or like, "She'll never love a man like she loves me." And you base this only on what she has told you. An example, and I've got a great example of this. This happened to a friend of mine when he lived in California. He told us that he used to brag to his friends, he used to brag to people about how his fiancée would never find a man like him and how awesome she thought he was. A month before their wedding, he found out she was fucking some dude at her gym, and it crushed him. Now, I mean, suffice to say, he didn't marry her, but guys, he was so devastated, he had to leave Oceanside. which is just outside San Diego, and ended up in Las Vegas. And the thing is, guys, is when he was telling us this story, you could still see the disbelief in his face, even though it had happened years before. It was like he just couldn't believe that a woman who was so enamored with him could cheat on him. But the truth was, she was never really enamored with him in the first place, or at least not when she started fucking around on him. So if out of the blue your woman starts to tell you that you're a superhero with a 15-inch cock who fucks her like no other man, that she'll never love like she loves you because you're God's gift to her, and that, you know, and other women worldwide, guys, she's definitely cheating. There is no doubt about it. Number 5, she pretends to be more transparent. All of a sudden, your girl is interested in showing you what's on her phone. She wants to show you what's on her tablet. She wants to show you what's on her computer. She wants to show you text messages, email, her Facebook feed, her Instagram page, etc. The reason she's doing this, and this one's pretty obvious, but a lot of men don't realize this. She's doing this, guys, because she's gotten a second phone, which is the one she uses to communicate with the dude she's fucking on the side. Of course she wants to show you everything. There's nothing defined on what she's showing you. So if your woman all of a sudden just starts showing you everything on her devices, and you didn't ask her to start looking for that second phone, guys. Girls never do this in the first place. Listen, girls never do this unless you've groomed her properly and require her to be transparent from the start. And I've covered this in episodes 53, 54, and 94. Definitely go and check that out. Never trust your woman, guys, if she volunteers confidential information on her phone that she does not have to show you. What she's doing is she's distracting you like a magician by telling you to look over here at this while I'm doing that over there. It's the oldest trick in the book. To wrap this thing up, guys, amateur cheaters, girls who are amateur cheaters, girls who are cheating for the first time, they'll make it obvious that they're cheating because they can't help themselves, all right? Experienced cheaters have been caught in the past, but instead of not adjusting their strategy, what they did is they went and Googled how to know she's cheating. And they did the smart thing by proactively getting out in front of these behaviors so that men can never have a clue until she says, I think we need to take a break. Be on the lookout for these 5 behaviors, guys, and keep in mind that if she's cheating, these behaviors will come out of the blue. They will happen suddenly. Girls are very smart about cheating, but they're not that smart, okay? Because if they were, they would wait to fuck the guy they want to cheat on their boyfriends with and gradually introduce these behaviors so as to not alert a man who is aware of these behaviors. But women, as we know, they're impulsive by nature. They can't help it. They will never not fuck a guy they have on their radar. They want to fuck him right then and there. They'll never exercise temperance or patience because of their impulsive nature. They will, listen, guys, 10 times out of 10, they will always start fucking the guy and then think to themselves, oh shit, let me start telling him I love him and start stroking his ego so he doesn't figure out I'm fucking Alex. And most of the time it works because most men are unaware of this behavior. Now, the men who are seeing this behavior, they definitely notice the change. It's not like they're completely blind, but because they're unaware of the fact that the sudden onset of these behaviors likely means that she is cheating, they think it's a good thing. They think to themselves, damn, Michelle's really stepped up her game. She must really love me and want me to know I can trust her. But what he doesn't know is that Michelle started fucking David in the shipping department and she doesn't want him finding out, and now she knows exactly how to make sure he never does. That concludes this edition of TSR Live. Guys, make sure you like the video if you're watching on YouTube. We want to get to 100 likes. Don't forget to bookmark the Amazon link on our homepage if you want to support the show, or you can contribute via PayPal or at patreon.com/Donovan Sharp. Thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you next time.